Good morning and happy New Year's Eve. Today we are going to be prepping 2 breakfast casseroles for tomorrow. We are celebrating New Year's with a friend and we are going to do brunch. And for this brunch, I'm responsible for the sweet components of the brunch. And so what I'm going to do today is actually prep 2 breakfast casseroles. One of them is more like a coffee cake. We're gonna do a blueberry almond coffee cake, and we're gonna do a sourdough French toast casserole that I'm gonna bake tomorrow, but I'm gonna go ahead and prep it today so that it can sit in the refrigerator and soak up all of the good custard overnight. And then what we're gonna do while our blueberry coffee cake is baking, we are going to take down Christmas so that we can go into New Year's with a fresh and clean kitchen. So I actually don't want to use this spray. I'm going to go ahead and oil both of my baking pans. We're going to make the sourdough French toast casserole in this round one, and in this square one, we're going to make our blueberry almond coffee cake. This is some sourdough I made a few weeks ago, actually probably about a month ago or so, and I put it in my freezer. And so it's just been sitting there waiting for just a time like today. I do have avocado spray in my basement, but I don't feel like going down there. So I just put a little avocado oil in here and that'll work just fine. So I wanna get going on this first so that while our coffee cake is baking away, we can get some other things done. And that'll work out just fine. So the first thing I'm gonna do is start by putting in, you know what I could have used to grease my pans? The leftover butter residuals from what's on these 2 little sticks of butter. I'm putting 1 cup of butter, or the equivalent of 1 cup of butter, into my stand mixer, and we are gonna cream in our sugar. We are now at the age where it is really nice to celebrate the New Year's on New Year's Day. And 1, we don't have to go to bed very late, and 2, we don't have to get up very early because we are doing brunch, I think at 10:30. I actually just texted my friend and asked her if we needed to be there at 10:30 or 11. I couldn't remember what time we decided. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get my sugar in with my butter. I'll link this recipe down below, and I'm gonna cream this for about 2 minutes. That looks really light and fluffy. Now we're gonna add our eggs 1 at a time. One thing to note about this recipe is that the one that I'm linking for you actually calls for lemon juice and lemon zest because it's actually a blueberry lemon cake. But I realized this morning after I printed this recipe that I don't have any lemons or lemon juice in my house. I have lemon extract. No, I don't. I have lemon zest that I freeze dried, but I don't have lemon juice. So what we're gonna do is we are going to substitute the flavor of lemon for almond, and I think that will be just delicious. So what I have in here is 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm gonna add in some baking soda, which is only a ½ teaspoon. I'm gonna mix that with some salt, and then I'm gonna whisk all that together so it's evenly distributed. And then we're gonna add our flavors to our butter mixture. I'm gonna add a good healthy splash of vanilla, maybe 2, and a ½ teaspoon of almond. Maybe 3/4 of a teaspoon of almond. I've never had almond and blueberry together, but I think that would be good. So that's why I decided to go with that flavor combination. Now we're gonna add half of our flour. All of our buttermilk, and that's my oven is preheated. Now we're gonna add the rest of our flour mixture. I don't wanna overmix that, so we're gonna call that good. And you know what I think just came in the mail as I was mixing this? I'm gonna go check my front porch. Nope, it isn't what I thought it was. It was something Josh ordered. I ordered myself some new ones of these that are full size because I only have this small little one right now because my other one's behind my oven and I have not taken the time to pull out my oven and get it from behind my oven. So here we have our batter, and we still need to add a couple more ingredients to this, but I'm going to go ahead and just fold it in instead of over mixing. And one thing this recipe calls for as well is fresh blueberries. I don't have fresh blueberries. I have frozen, and I usually bake with frozen blueberries this time of year, so we're just gonna go ahead and substitute frozen for fresh. I also have some raspberries. Should I make this a double berry coffee cake? I think almond and raspberry and blueberry would go well together. I think I'm gonna do that. Now I would add almonds to this, but I don't think Josh will like that, so I'm just gonna leave it like this, and I'm gonna mix this together. The recipe only called for 2 cups of blueberries, but I probably put the equivalent of 3, maybe 4 cups of berries total in this. Because I'm not gonna be putting nuts on the top, which is what I would like to do, I'm gonna use some turbinado sugar. Sprinkle that on the top, not a lot, just enough to add a little crunch and make it look sparkly for New Year's. And now our first cake or breakfast item is going into the oven. That is probably gonna take an additional 15, maybe 20 minutes to bake because I put the frozen berries in it. Now what we're gonna do is prep our breakfast casserole. The original recipe says that needs to bake for an hour. I'm gonna set my timer for 55 minutes and then check it and we'll go from there. If that turns out delicious, I can write up what I did, and I will link the original recipe that I'm getting inspired by down below. But these are homegrown blueberries. I forgot that I did get 1 gallon of homegrown blueberries put up, and these are some organic blueberries I bought from a local farmer. And we've been going through those like crazy. We've actually been eating them frozen, well, par frozen. I usually pop them in the microwave for about 20 seconds. They're about halfway thawed, and they are delicious. So we don't need our mixer anymore. We can actually make this breakfast casserole right in this bowl that we mixed our flour in. I can get this cleaned up in just a second. I'll do all my cleaning at the end, but this next recipe is gonna come together super, super quickly. I was actually gonna flavor this almond flavor until I realized I didn't have any lemon. And then I'll go ahead and flavor this just the way this recipe is written, which is with cinnamon. I have 1 loaf of sourdough bread here. I think I'm gonna feed my sourdough starter today because this is the last sourdough that I have pre-made. And how convenient is it having a loaf of sourdough in my freezer that I could just pull out when I needed it, and it smells incredible. I can already smell it. I'm looking for my serrated knife because I'm gonna go ahead and get this cut up into cubes. You can kind of tell that this loaf is a little bit flat, but it's still delicious. Because what I need to work on, here's what it looks like on the inside, is better shaping. I think that's why it's kind of flat, because I'm happy with the way the inside looks. The recipe that I followed for the sourdough is a very hydrated dough, so the dough is super sticky. So I think until I'm a more experienced sourdough maker, I need to work with recipes that don't quite have so much water in them. Okay, I'm not cutting this very professionally, but this is all gonna end up in this bowl, and we're gonna mix it in with a custard and it'll be just fine. So I don't want these huge, massive cubes. I want them to be bite size. Before I put my bread into my bowl, I'm gonna go ahead and get my custard made, which comes together so quickly. We're gonna start with 8 eggs, and these are some large eggs. I guess today's a good day that I'm using another bowl because this is the 4th egg that I have to scoop out eggshell from. Some days I do a second bowl, some days I don't, and I guess it's good. Ah! This is the 5th one now. 5th one that I'm having trouble getting eggshell in my eggs. 2, 4, 6, that's not 6, that's 5. This is 6. 7, 8. Now we're going to go in with 2 cups of milk, ½ cup of heavy cream. You could use all milk if you wanted. Sugar, this recipe calls for 3/4 cup of sugar. I am only adding a ½ cup because I don't think it needs that much. And vanilla. This right here is basically just the base. If you left out the vanilla, you could add ham, cheese, bacon, sausage, and make a savory breakfast casserole, but I am doing a sweet one. My friend is gonna make 2 savory potato, I think. I'm actually not sure exactly what she's making. I just know she's taking care of the savory stuff and asked me to do the sweet. You could also add, at this point, blueberries, raspberries, peaches, apples, and add a fruit, but because I added fruit to the last one, I'm going to just have this be a cinnamon one. So we're gonna get this in here, and I'm making a mess on my counter. That's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of flatten this out. I'm gonna get this covered. And I'm gonna pop that in the fridge and I will bake it tomorrow. I'll show you what it looks like baked. We still need to make a crumbly topping for the top, but I wanted to show you that I also put a piece of foil on this coffee cake because I use frozen raspberries. I don't want the top to get too brown before it's fully cooked all the way through. And this sourdough breakfast casserole is fantastic. The first time I had it, I think the friend whose house I'm going to, I think she made it for New Year's, yes, New Year's brunch that we did 2 years ago. And I made stuff for that as well and brought you along for it. But that was the first time I had it. It was fantastic. Since then, my sister-in-law has started making it, and she made it for our Christmas celebration at my mother-in-law's house, and it is so good. So I'm really excited to have it again. I'm gonna pop this in the fridge in just a second. I wanna make the cinnamon crumble topping to go on the top, but first I need to grab out some more butter because I did not grab out enough butter earlier today. And I need this soft, so I'm gonna pop this in the microwave for, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds. This was 25 seconds. I think it's gonna be perfect for what we need. Oh, a little of it melted, but that's okay. Get all this goodness off there. Now I'm gonna add a ½ cup of flour, ½ cup of brown sugar, salt, and cinnamon. Now I'm gonna mash this together until I have a nice crumble topping. I was thinking I was gonna put this crumble topping on this casserole tomorrow, but what I think I'm gonna do is go ahead and do it right now. I don't think I need to wait till tomorrow to do it, and then I can clean this dish. And the reason I am baking this today is I don't wanna get up and make this tomorrow. I think it's gonna be just fine if I cover it once it comes out of the oven, once it's cooled, and it'll be delicious tomorrow. This, I want it to soak overnight, And I know this will be fine in the fridge and I can bake it up tomorrow, and it's gonna be even better than if I baked it up today. So I'm just gonna take my butter mixture here and clump it up a little bit. And this gets crunchy and delicious once this bakes. I think I melted my butter a little too much. It's kind of one big kind of cookie mixture, but I'm just gonna crumble it with my fingers. And I think I made way too much. I followed the recipe, but I think I'm only gonna put half of this. So if I made this again, I would only do half of this topping mixture. I think if I put all of this, it'll just be a little too much. And I like these bits of bread that get really crusty. Those are my favorite pieces. Well, maybe I will use it all. No, I don't want to use it all. So what I would do is I would do a third butter, a third flour, a third sugar, instead of a half, half, half. And now I'm going to cover this back up. Two of the major things I wanted to get done today are basically done. And let me show you the reality. Now, I wish I was a very, very neat cook. This is the reality of what my kitchen is looking like after that. So it's not going to take me very long to reset the kitchen. I do want to reset the kitchen. The nice thing is tonight I don't have to worry about cooking dinner because I have one serving for each family member left of last time we were in the kitchen. We made hoagies and meatball subs basically, and I don't have to worry about dinner tonight. So once I get this kitchen clean, the kitchen will be clean for the rest of the day, and I can go into the new year with a clean kitchen. And the dishwasher is unloaded, so I can get all of these dishes right in the dishwasher. Now, normally, I take all of my Christmas decorations down the day after Christmas, and obviously it's a few days after that. I put my Christmas decorations up a little late this year, and so we wanted to enjoy them a little bit longer, but I cannot go into the new year with my Christmas decorations up. I know some people like to wait. Let me know what you do. Do you take them down right away? Or do you like to have it all put away so you go into the new year with your house kind of put back together? That is just my preference. A lot of times I will save my recipes that I print out. These are too far gone. They got egg all over them. These eggshells will go to my chickens. The nice thing about prepping all of this stuff at the same time is I only have to clean my counter one time, which is nice. These eggs will go to my chickens, so I'm just gonna set them up here. So when I head outside, I can go ahead and get those to my chickens. It was so interesting hearing you all talk about if you were the one in the family that rinsed off your dishes or if you were the one that just put them right in the dishwasher. I enjoyed learning all about that and your different philosophies on it. I'll get these in here. I do need to wash this cutting board. Get my coffee dishes put away. Oh, let me show you something. Josh got me this 2 years ago in May. This is an orchid, and all I've been doing is keeping it on this windowsill, and I give it 3 ice cubes once a week. This new little leaf is brand new, and I'm pretty sure this branch is brand new, and there are little buds on it. So I have never been able to keep houseplants alive until I got this one. Maybe he got it for me a year ago in May, I'm not sure. But this one I've had for 2 years now. This is a Christmas cactus. And all I do once a week is give it maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons of water, and it blooms for me this Christmas. And that just sits there. So that's kind of fun. Okay. This counter is clean. I'm gonna keep this freezer bag because all it had in it was some sourdough. I'm gonna pop it in my freezer, and next time I need to freeze a loaf of sourdough, I'll just use this bag. Well, there we have it. Kitchen is clean, and basically all the cooking that's gonna be done in 2024 is now done. So we're gonna go into 2025 with a clean kitchen, and all I have to do tomorrow is put that casserole in the oven. So easy peasy. This, well, I'll reheat dinner. This is my butter brown sugar mixture. I'm gonna pop this in the fridge and see if I can find something to do with it later. This feels really good. Now we are having a New Year's dinner celebration. We are just gonna do it this following weekend because we're at that point where it's just easier to do it and not have to stay up till midnight. And so that's what we're gonna do. And I'll bring you along for the New Year's dinner celebration. That's just not gonna happen today. That's gonna happen this coming weekend. I do need to start a load of towels, so let's go get that done right now. But I wanna check on my, oh shoot, forgot to set a timer. I wanna check on our cake here, or our, we call it coffee cake, so then you can have it for breakfast. Okay, that's not near done. I'm gonna keep that lid on. Let's set a timer for 25 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. So let's get a load of laundry started and see how many Christmas decorations we can put away in those 20 minutes. This is the first kitchen I've ever had a laundry hamper in, and let me tell you, it is a game changer. Not only do dirty like dishcloths and rags and things like that end up in there, but their occasional random sock or something. You know, if I step in water, I can just throw them in there and I don't have to go somewhere else. And so it's just been really, really nice. We probably have 18 minutes. Let's tackle this tree. I absolutely loved my tree this year. I think it's one of the prettiest trees I've ever had. The little gold bows definitely made me so happy to see. I love when my tree goes up, but I also do enjoy when it comes down. And it is time to come down. So I'm just gonna start taking all of this apart and putting this back in this box. I think I'm gonna dump this first. I just grabbed 2 new bags because I want to keep my different ornaments separated. Last year I mixed them all up together, and I think I just want to keep them separated so it'll be easier if I decide I only want one of these next year. I won't have to untangle them like I did this last year. I love setting up for Christmas, and I also really enjoy when it comes down. Like I said, I don't actually really enjoy the act of taking it all down and putting it away as much as I enjoy putting it up. But once it's put away, I just really enjoy that. So it's worth the effort of taking some time to take it down. And it always takes less time to take it down than it does to put it up. So I am taking each of the individual ornaments off and I'm going to put them in separate baggies, and I think that that will be easier when it goes, or when it comes time to decorate next year. Josh actually took the Christmas tree apart for me and he got that put away in the basement. He hung up my picture and he brought up my bar cart so I could put this back here. I need to learn how to style a bar cart. I have seen some really beautiful bar cart styling, and this is as much as I have done. I have an ice, what is that? I don't even know what that's called. You put ice in it when you have parties. I've never even used it. I got it for Christmas and I think it's really cute. I just have never used it, but I want to learn how to style a bar cart, so I need to do that, but that is for a different time. Right now we're just taking down the Christmas decorations. I always feel like this part of the year is for deep cleaning and deep organization, and you've already seen that we've already started doing some of that, and I have more plans to do more of that. Spring cleaning is very traditional, but because I am a gardener, spring and summer are not a good time for me to do deep cleaning and deep organization because I am spending more time outside and working with starting my starts and things like that. So I'm just too busy at that time. So winter is the perfect time for me to do deep cleaning and deep organizational things in my house. The few things that we have done, like the couple kitchen drawers and cupboards that we've worked on together that are functioning so well for me, and now we worked on the laundry room. I have a whole list of things that I want to get to, and I'm really looking forward to taking some time this winter with you all to do some deep cleaning and deep organization and purging. We purged some stuff when we were organizing the laundry room, and I know that I have more that I could go ahead and donate. I probably could have gone through and donated some of my Christmas stuff actually that I have had in that tote for a couple years and I haven't put out, but I did not do that on this day. My biggest concern on this day was getting the house put back together, and that is what we did. So I love using real things that I can either compost or give to my chickens as decoration because it's less that I have to store. And so I'm going to go ahead and get my wreath and my garland in the compost. I do have to take some time to take the metal parts off of them, but I do that and then I just chuck the greenery and the wreath in my compost. Same with my mums. I not only today am taking care of the last of my Christmas decorations, but I also need to tackle the last of my fall decorations. I know that you can keep mums alive and plant them, and they are perennials, at least in my area, but I haven't figured that out yet. So if you have any tips and tricks of when I should plant them so that they will stay alive, I would love to hear it, because what I have done is been able to keep them alive long enough to enjoy them in the fall, and then usually at Christmas time, they are dead, and I go ahead and I compost them. So let me know if you know how to keep mums alive, because I could plant them in my landscape. I think that would be good. And then this pumpkin is a goner, so we're going to go ahead and chuck this to the chickens, and this is the last of my fall decorations. Officially, the fall is now put away. So that pumpkin, some sort of animal had started scratching on it, and when I put it down there, it kind of exploded. I don't know if you saw that, so that's perfect. I wanted it to open up so the chickens could eat it. I definitely made sure that there were no chickens in the area when I threw it, and they will definitely eat the pumpkins more if they are open like that than if they are closed. We have some happy chickens. I wanted to show you this. This is absolutely crazy. So this is the green stalk that I had calibrachoa in and petunias, and maybe in late August, early September, I came in and I cut all of the petunias and calibrachoas back, and they bloomed at least 2 times. And here, these calibrachoas are blooming again, and I have not watered these. I have not done anything. I literally cut everything back, put it underneath this cupboard area, so they're not even getting rain, and these calibrachoas are coming back. So next year, one of my green stalks is going to be completely calibrachoa because I think they hold it better than the petunias, even though these petunias are starting to grow, which is crazy because we've had many frosts since I put it over there. And I just came in here and my timer is going off. Let me wash my hands real quick, and then we're going to check on this cake again. I probably should have uncovered it about 10 minutes ago so that the top could brown, but I was doing other things because this part's done over here, but this part wasn't quite done. It's coming out clean. I don't want it to overbake. It smells absolutely incredible. And I love a coffee cake because there is no frosting on it, and I don't love frosting. So that looks beautiful. We're gonna let that cool completely, and then we're gonna cover it really, really well, and we will serve it tomorrow. Oh, I can actually turn my oven off. And now we can finish putting the Christmas decorations down. I'm not going to put away my poinsettias yet because they're still looking great, and I'll just keep those as a pop of color for now. When we were doing some deep organization, I found this dish, and I want to get some candles in here. I used to do this all the time. I would put coffee beans in the bottom and then settle candles in, and then I could burn that, and it was really nice. Let's go ahead and get that done now, and I'm actually gonna light them because I love candles. And what I'm gonna put in here are beeswax candles because these are my favorite. They smell incredible. These are 2 different brand beeswax candles. That's why they're a little bit different color, but that's okay. Maybe I'll just put the one in there. What I need to do is get one really big one, and then it'll fill this space in a little better. If you've never burned a beeswax candle, I highly recommend it. I love candles, but scented ones start to bother me now, and I can burn beeswax candles. They put off a nice, sweet scent, and they don't tend to bother me. I think I'm gonna leave these trees up here. Ooh. Well, I might have just, no, shoot. Darn it. I just broke my tree. I never plan to light these trees. Maybe, oh, shoot. Maybe I could melt this end and stick it back on. Okay, I was gonna put these back up here, but I'm gonna put them in my Christmas box, and I'm gonna have to deal with this broken tree next year, which I guess is not the end of the world to get all the Christmas stuff down, because I won't wanna get my Christmas box out later to put them away when winter's over. Christmas stuff is now all put away. I go put this in the garage. Well, not only did we get fall taken care of, we got Christmas taken care of, and we are going into the new year with a clean kitchen and 2 absolutely delicious recipes. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be delicious, but I'm really excited about this. This is my favorite kind of cake. This and a bundt cake, one that has 0 frosting. As much as I enjoy playing around with frosting, I don't really like eating frosting, so I love a cake like this. And this, I know, is going to be absolutely fantastic. Tomorrow morning, I will get up, I will bake this. My friend texted me and said we're supposed to be there at 10:30, so I won't have to get up crazy early at all to get that in the oven. It's probably gonna take about 45 minutes to an hour to bake because it is gonna be cold. Let me plan for an hour so that I have time to bake it. I'll probably put it in the oven, go get ready for the day, and then it should be done before we head out the door. And I'm okay if I take it out of the oven, put a piece of foil on it, throw it in a box, and take it over there so it's still kind of warm. But it's good if it's served piping hot out of the oven, or if it's served room temperature. So Happy New Year, friends. I'm so excited. I do have some more organizational projects I wanna get to this new year. We got the laundry room organized, and let me tell you, that feels really good. We've done some deep organization in the kitchen, and because the systems are now working for me, I've been able to keep up on it. That is the key with organizational projects, is it has to work for you, or it's not gonna stay organized. And that's what I have found, that if I organize it in a system that doesn't fit my personality, then I can't keep it organized. And so far, the kitchen's been feeling good, the laundry room's been feeling good. Josh ordered a desk for me, so we are going to set up my office. I want to find, if I can, a comfy chair to put in the corner of my office, because sometimes I like to sit at a desk, sometimes I like to sit on a comfy chair when I work, and I would love to have that chair facing out the window, looking over my garden. I have put in my order for my seed catalog, so I'm gonna be looking at that pretty soon. Tomorrow we're gonna enjoy hanging out with friends, taking the day off, and then Thursday, I'm gonna be prepping a huge New Year's celebration because we're gonna have some friends over for dinner on Friday as a New Year's celebration, but I'm gonna prep most of the food on Thursday. I'm gonna take you along for that. Something just came in the mail that I needed for that dinner, and I am gonna go relax. I got up really early this morning and got all my computer work done. It's only 2 o'clock right now, and I have the afternoon off with the kitchen clean. I don't have to cook dinner because I have that already prepped. And it's gonna be a wonderful afternoon. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being you.